Brett Yormark and the Big 12 are open to changing the conference's name if they continue expansion and add additional members. But is that a good idea? Welcome to the Jersey Score, the channel where we like to discuss team uniforms and logos, but also a lot of college football realignment. So if you like either of those things, you are in luck, because today we're going to be discussing something that touches upon both of those. And so before we do, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more content. So the Big 12 says that it is open to changing the name if it expands further. So before we get any further into this, let's read exactly what the excerpt from the article says. The Big 12 is preparing to explore new branding possibilities and perhaps a name change should the conference expand to 14 or 16 teams, though brainstorming is in the early stages. Should membership numbers change again in 2025, the Big 12 is at least open to the possibility of tweaking its logo, if not changing its name. So this is very interesting, but not really all that surprising. Teams do this all the time. We see when they're shifting to a new era, maybe they've drafted a new foundational player, they'll come out with new uniforms, sometimes updated logo, even colors. So it makes a lot of sense for the Big 12 to explore this. I actually really wondered if they would have a new logo already as the new members join the conference this summer, or at least next year once Texas and OU leave and the conference is really solidified at those 12 members. But this says they're considering changing if it continues to expand. So if the conference doesn't expand, I'm unsure. Does this mean that obviously it makes sense. If they don't expand and they stay at 12 members, they obviously, Big 12 makes a lot of sense. They could still consider changing the logo, which again makes a lot of sense. You're in a new era. It would not surprise me at all if they want to do that. It would, however, be a little disappointing because I really like this logo. We actually did another video where we ranked all the FBS conference logos, and the Big 12 came in at number 2, although it was close. I could even put them in at number 1. So I really like the Big 12 logo, and I've loved seeing BYU's logo right there next to it, and it warms my heart every time I see it. So we're so excited about it. So if they do change, it makes sense, and I'm okay with that. I just hope they can get a logo that is as good as the current one that they have. I love the simplicity of it with just the Roman numeral 12. And it looks great on the uniforms too, and it's very unobtrusive, and so I think it looks great. But it makes sense to have it with the new era. Now, how about the name change? So if they expand past 12, does it make sense to keep the Big 12 anymore? I mean, they've been at 10 members for a long time. They kept the name. The Big 10 is still the Big 10, but their conference goes back over a century. And so there's a lot of history there. The Big 12 goes back to 1996. And so there's less history. The conference is relatively changed. Yes, there's those core teams that have been foundational members, but the conference has changed quite a bit. And so it could make a lot of sense to change the name and show it's a new era. However, my issue with that is that it's already being referred to as the truck stop conference and kind of the leftovers. And hey, maybe you could change it to the leftover conference, kind of tongue in cheek, and throw it back at everybody as Yormark continues to innovate and expand the conference. But seriously though, I just wonder what the perception is if the conference changes its name from Big 12 to something else. That is it going to sound more like a group of 5 and lose some of the cachet that the Big 12 does have, even if it is viewed as a lesser of the Power 5 conferences, which in my mind it's not. It's at least right up there with ACC and Pac-12. I think it's a more entertaining league than either one of those, certainly in terms of parity. So I don't know. It makes a lot of sense turning a new page, but I do have some reservations about it because I wonder if you lose the cachet by losing the Big 12 name and brand, and also I'm just attached to this logo. I think it should be something easy. Big 12, it rolls off the tongue. You have Mountain West, the American or AAC even. these conferences don't really roll off the tongue. So I would, hopefully it's something that's straightforward, easy to say, easy to remember. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments. What if the Big 12? Let me know if you think the Big 12 should change its name if it continues to expand, and if it does, what would you like? What kind of name would you like to see the conference take? Let me know, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.